Hello, I am going to tell you about this really amazing peanut butter cookie recipe that I've made a number of times. It's inspired by a restaurant that has sadly since gone out of business, but they shared the recipe before they did. And well, who doesn't love giant peanut butter cookies? As a bonus, these ones are gluten-free and dairy-free. So they're not vegan though. They've still got eggs. So you start out with 2 cups of peanut butter. I prefer crunchy. If you want, you can use smooth peanut butter. If you feel like it, you can add chocolate chips. You can add nuts. You can add peanuts, whatever you feel like. I'm just giving you the basic recipe. So start with 2 cups of peanut butter. Make sure it's not natural. You need the stabilizer in there in order to get the proper texture in the final peanut butter cookie. I've tried natural peanut butter. It really does not work. So depending how sweet you want it, you'll want to put 1 to 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. I prefer one. The original recipe called for 1.5. And you want to put 2 eggs in, lightly beaten first, and a teaspoon of baking soda. And make sure you preheat your oven to 375 degrees before you start. As a note, the original recipe was for 4 cups of peanut butter, so this recipe actually doubles really, really well. So next up, you want to mix the peanut butter and sugar together until smooth. You mix in the baking soda, and then you mix in the eggs. It might not make any difference to mix in the eggs then or earlier, but that's how I've done it. That's how it works for me. Then you want to drop your dough by tablespoons onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. You want about 6 per sheet. So this image that I've got has more, but those are regular sized cookies. I make giant cookies because again, giant peanut butter cookies. So much fun. Flatten them slightly before you put them in the oven. Some people use a fork. I just use my fingers, sprinkle a bit of sugar on top to keep them from sticking. Again, flexible recipe, whatever works for you. Bake them about 10 minutes. They might take a little longer, they might take a little less time. Keep an eye on your first batch to estimate how it works for your particular oven. And make sure you cool them for a few minutes before transferring them. Otherwise, instead of giant peanut butter cookies, you're going to end up with smallish chunks of peanut butter cookie. And finally, share them with all your friends because this recipe makes a lot of peanut butter cookies. And although I adore peanut butter cookies, it's still definitely more than I should eat by myself. So I make this recipe when I want to share with a lot of people. So share this recipe with your friends.